All right. Let's see how he recovers.
Some of the weirdest experiences you've had on the stage.
Oh.
Good question.
I don't even know where to start.
All right, we got
Louis C.K.
What's up, Lou?
Hello, Lou.
We were watching a hit show here.
Yes, we're learning from Scorch.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not even worth getting into, trust me.
It's a guy we used to do radio with, and he decided to put on a talk show that is, he thinks it's reminiscent of Johnny Carson and whatnot.
He thinks he's Johnny Carson.
Utterly and completely bad.
He's just interrupting and just going off on just fucking horrible tangents.
His guest is a stripper, and he's scrambling for questions.
Yeah.
He's not prepared. He's got no sense of humor, no sense of timing.
The
set is terrible. And I can't stop watching
Look at how the window, did you...
Yes, and it's supposed to be live at night.
Live at night, and he can't even, hide the sunlight.
Dubatine and black tape, for fuck's sake. That's
could
a
you
5-minute fix.
Just that's a
5-minute
fix.
Just pull it down
Sarah,
a
could
little
you
more.
please just back it up a little and play just a little bit
Look at the table,
to
the size
see
of the table.
the set and everything?
You got to appreciate the giant table.
It's just, it's this.
Louis is fantastic.
Oh, my God.
The reflection off of the leather, the giant intrusive table.
The name of the show should be Behind the Table. Should be Look at this fucking table.
It's terrible.
And then the table goes in.
Yes.
It's
the worst.
Yeah, no, the white shining on the. There's just somebody.
And
had
then the
no idea.
sunlight coming through. And then he has a band. He has a house band, and they played into break for 2.5 seconds.
And look at that rug, that fucking fake
Everything
Persian.
is perfect.
But
Is that a sidekick, the guy with the glasses?
Yeah, that's Sib Hashian. He's the drummer from the band Boston.
Yes.
Years ago.
Oh, that's your sidekick?
That's his sidekick.
I know. I don't take the lead singer.
He's dead. And play a little bit of so you can see the chemistry, the magic that happens.
Yeah.
I brought it back a little bit, so we'll recap.
She's a stripper?
Yeah, there we go.
She's a stripper.
All right.
And,
All right.
He's acting like he's James Lipton trying to get something done with this interview with the stripper.
Yeah, but James Lipton, who doesn't have the patience to wait for an answer.
Of course not.
He just asks questions.
Just trudges through.
I love it, man. God bless you,
Oh, he's got his buddies clapping.
Oh, my God.
And I had to give Lacey, she shaved this afternoon before she came here, so it's good.
Nair or something. Yeah.
But tell us more about some of the weirdest experiences you've had on the stage.
I don't even know where to start.
Anybody ever attack the stage and try to come get you? Anybody ever?
That's a fun talk show question. Have you ever almost been raped at work?
That's a funny story. You ever been traumatized? Can you slow things down and tell us?
You got any humorous anecdotes about being double penetrated by a dumpster? Do you ever have a gun put in your mouth while you're being fucked?
You know. How did you get the job? Did you have to do something awful? What was that like? What do you have to do about once a month to keep your job? How'd that feel?
But he answered the question that she's not ready for, so she thinks for half a second, and he just tramples it by making it
Flies right over her.
Wait to hear the interruption.
She has no time to think.
He interrupts his own question.
I can't get enough of this, though.
It's
All right, let me see.
just great.
What happens?
So it's not because of who I am. I think they would do it for anybody.
Anybody? As you look around, was it anybody in this room that did that by
I don't know. Some of those look familiar.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Actually, you know what? When I was in Brown-
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? I know what you mean, Scorch. Sibby, what are you doing? Get your head out of her lap.
Oh. Hey, there's a matching end table to this.
I didn't notice that. That's giant. That's great. That's always good if you want to fucking bring out like big balls like Captain Queeg had.
Yeah, they won't fall off
There's
of
the
the
strawberries.
Yeah, you could put fucking softballs on there.
It's a shuffleboard.
You know what this
Ball
set
bearings.
needs? This set needs a hibachi in the middle of it.
You know, you could pour a whole container of mercury out, and that would never end up on the floor.
A matching table.
A porn set designer would be like, no, we can't use
Yeah,
this.
what are you talking about?
This looks awful.
No one would believe this.
These episodes come out every once in a while. And
Yeah, and
today
we
it came
just
out, so we
love
had
them.
to take a look at it.
Love them.
And we pick apart every little thing about
And
it.
his name is Scorch.
Scorch.
Yeah. His open is Santa Monica Pier. but he's doing this in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Vegas.
Vegas.
But he's got stock footage of the Santa Monica Pier, and he puts his credits over it, like live tonight, and it's Santa Monica Pier. Like it's so.
This is going on in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Yes.
Supposedly on this episode, he says he has more viewers than Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Game of Thrones.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
He talks about the millions of people that watch his show. Millions.
I can't get enough.
Even though
of
the
it.
YouTube video could only get 136 views before we get a hold of it.
Look how that white light is burning the video. Like it's just
sconces.
Oh no.
It's so bright. It's just. I love every bit of this production.
Yeah, the fucking Mr. Gazzo talk show host that he's fucking co-host. Rocky's whole fucking boss.
That's why I can't hook you up with Gazzo.
Yeah.
He's busy on the show.
He's on the PFG TV.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, so what have you been doing, Louie? Look. Where, you got someone like Scorch, he's doing PFG TV.
Right.
He's a mover and a shaker in the industry.
I'm surprised you guys haven't hooked up
yet.
yet. You guys got to hook up and do a project together.
Oh my God!
And don't
you want to take this guy and like give him the Tonight Show? Like if you had the power to do that,
please.
I've always wanted to do that. Like take people who like some comic. Like there was a guy in Boston. I'm not going to say his name. It was just too mean. But he was a guy who did the same 5 minutes for like 10 years.
Oh wow!
And I wanted to like have the power to give him an HBO stand-up special. Here it is, and just fill a fucking theater
and just
turn off the air conditioning and make him do an hour and put it on HBO. And say, here's your shot. And then he's like, I can't do it. And then you go, good, so quit now. Get out. It's this or get out. It's what you always wanted or you have to quit. You can't keep doing this.
You know what? This is going to be great for Scorch because Scorch will absolutely say, well,
let me tell you, Louis C.K.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about PFG TV.
Yeah, you're going to be part of the next show now.
Yeah.
Because we mocked him horribly, and he goes, you know who are big fans?
but-
Opie and Anthony.
You know how he'll do it? He'll make a joke about Louis, and then he'll be like, "Oh, Edward said you might be watching."
You might be watching. You might be watching. How you doing, Louis?
How does he make a living, this guy? He does not like
exactly. It's not this.
We worked at the same radio station in Boston. We worked together. And we've been kind of watching him ever since,
Many moons ago.
Wow, he's hung in there.
He's in New Hampshire at a rock
he
station.
Wow. Where did you work with him? In Boston?
Yeah, at AF.
Yeah.
Wow.
He got fired.
You guys and him and
He
Mark
was the-
Parento.
Yes, Mark
Now
Parento.
everyone's gone their separate ways.
I actually have more respect for what Parento did with his life than this guy.
It's not as embarrassing.
I know. It holds up better on TV. Treats his guests better.
At least they got an Xbox.
At least he got $10.
Yeah, exactly. At least he got to play video games. Oh, good God.
Louis got the big HBO special
Yes.
coming out. Got to make sure we get the word out. April 13th, right?
That's right, sir.
Is that week from Saturday?
Week from Saturday at 10 p.m.
That's exciting.
We were talking about the posters are great, man. I saw the bus picture and I saw the one in Times Square. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, this is the first time I had posters ever.
Really?
My show, they never did. They call it an out. I just found out that they call it an outdoor campaign because I never had one. My show doesn't have posters or anything like that. So this is the first time I've done.
Did you have any say in the poster? Was it you?
Yeah,
all you?
yeah. They showed me a bunch of different things.
Yeah,
and I picked that one
because it is really good. I notice it when I'm driving.
You can't not look at it
on the subway entrances. They got those things, so when I'm driving on the road, I see them, and they're very like, what the hell is that? It's like, why would someone waste so much room?
Yeah, there's a lot of white, and then I'm tiny in the thing. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, you're just in the bottom, all this white behind you. It's fucking great.
It's very
Who
cool.
would present that and think you wouldn't say, you're wasting so much space? Like, that's how dumb. I have no clue. Because obviously it works.
HBO has a great design department. Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's really smart.
They're like, no, you need a lot more shit in there.
See, I would have put Louis with
busy.
a bunch of redheaded guys and then had him put his hands up like, what the heck?
What am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Guess I'm just one of these kinds of guys.
Hey, that's a good idea. Can I steal that? I'm going to use that in promo on my next show. That's brilliant.
Yeah, but you can't not look at it. All that white and just you at the bottom. And I first saw it on a bus and I was like, that is fucking great, man.
Yeah.
I just hope the special doesn't suck.
No,
Well,
come on.
I'll find out on Saturday.
I'm sure it's good. I saw a moment of it.
Well, but that's what everybody said about every shitty special ever.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it's great.
It's got to be good.
Yeah. It could easily suck. It's totally possible that it sucks.
Well, the managers or friends have never said that about a special. Like, I shot a special. Yeah, it's probably shitty. You know, your friends never say that.
Jimmy just filmed his in Boston. We went up there for that.
How did it go?
It went really well.
Somerville Theater?
Yep. You actually made me feel better because I was so panicky about the fucking lack of smoke. And I asked Louis, because that's what they do to get, like, lighting a certain way. And I'm like, dude, I can't use smoke. And he's like, well, I've never used it. It's so much
Never used it once.
And that actually is the only thing that made me feel better. I meant to write you and tell you that. The only thing that made me feel better about it was him saying...
Well, that's because the people that are into the photography of those things, they fill the room with smoke so that it has more atmosphere, and it's a giant waste of money. It's stupid.
And you don't... The look it gives doesn't mean anything,
Doesn't mean anything. I never did it. I've done 5 of these now. Never did it.
Well, Nicolas Cage gave you some advice, too, about the smoke, didn't he?
Oof. No.
You.
I don't know that part of our business. He just blew me off completely.
He was on a plane sitting
right
next to Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Trying.
And you asked him if you should use a smoke machine?
Yes. I was just saying. Here's what that was.
Louis fucking laughing his balls off of it. Jimmy's dumb question.
I know. Believe me, I would have had more respect for myself if I asked Muhammad Atta that on a flight.
You got to give him the short. You got to give him the short version of the whole story because it's amazing.
I know it. I already know it.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Hey, I'm a big fan. Thank you. No, you're really great. Yeah, thanks. It's nice.
Okay.
I'm a comic. I don't know. Yeah, no, I guess so. Yeah, I think I kind of know who you are. Yeah, listen, can I ask you a question? Well, yeah, I guess so. And then he finally has to take off the headphones, Nicolas Cage, and face you. Exactly. Now he has to take off the headphones and face you. Yeah, okay, go ahead. I'm doing a stand-up special. I'm not sure what that is, but go ahead. Should I use a smoke machine? I don't know why you're... It's not... I'm an actor.
Louis was on the plane.
I don't know why you would ask me
No,
that.
Louis just made Nicolas Cage like me a lot more than he actually did. I wish that was the story. He actually would have acknowledged me.
Wow.
It was just humiliating.
Why did you ask me?
Because I'm a small man trying to make a connection with a movie
He
star.
was trying his best to get into a conversation. And before he said anything, and there were like 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 attempts at this conversation cross country. And before each attempt, Jimmy would play out the scenario, and it would always end with Nicolas Cage going, yeah, here's my number. Get in touch with me.
Yeah.
And it always ended with just, Huh?
It was a fucking 5-hour humiliation / validation of what I already know. It was truly
And you were
terrible.
just trying to get a picture, and you didn't get the picture.
No, I got an autograph, but
he finally gave him an autograph.
But you shot in the. I saw a clip on HBO shows like what's coming up, and they it looked amazing because you shot it in the round in this Celebrity Theater. In Phoenix.
The Phoenix.
You went in the round.
Yeah, Carlin shot a special in there in '77.
Oh yeah,
and it's beautiful, and the room is exactly the same. It's never changed.
Really?
Yeah. So it was about 2,800 seats or something, which is just what I've been doing.
Right.
And also, I'm just sick of this same thing of like, there's the guy with the curtain or whatever fake set, and then you kind of come around awkwardly behind him and you see the crowd in the distance. I don't like lighting the crowd. So this way they're just all around you, and the crowd is a backdrop. Like everywhere you see people fuzzy in the background, just a fuzzy kind of. Looks like a cartoon when they show an audience in a cartoon. It's just smoshy,
fuzzy colors.
But how did you feel on stage in the round? Isn't it?
I loved it. I did it.
Is it vulnerable though a little bit, or
it's just totally different? I did it. In Hyannis, they have the Melody tent.
Right.
I've done the round a few times a year for the last few years.
Used to it, I guess.
And then it's totally different. It's a thing where the audience, you're always facing somebody, and you walk in a circle. It's more natural in life to make spirals and circles than straight lines.
Yeah.
So if you just give into it that way, it's really cool.
I've only done it a couple times, and it takes a little getting used to, though, because you always worry, I've been facing my back too long. Did you start thinking that way, or no?
Well, yes, that does. A clock starts ticking. As soon as you stop moving, you feel this heat burning behind you. It's like being a rotisserie chicken, and you stop the rotisserie.
But the
you
stage
start
is
burning.
moving, right? Is rotating?
No. Some places do that, but on the show that would have looked retarded.
Oh, yeah. No.
Radio City. But, not Radio City. Fucking Westbury.
Westbury does
Westbury
that.
does
I saw
that.
Bob Saget in the round and the stage, and Dice, and the stage slowly moves. Yeah, you can't film that.
No,
though,
you
obviously.
can't. And the thing I learned, because I did a show in Sacramento the same week that they have a round theater there. I did that just to get used to it. There's a few things like when you're on stage In a regular stage, you want to come up to the audience, to the lip of the stage. But in the round, the closer you get to the lip of the stage, you're eliminating more and more people. If you're standing on the lip of a stage looking out at the audience,
that's true.
You're looking at maybe 20% of the audience, and 80% of them are now behind you.
Wow.
So the only place to be is either on the back, like standing on the lip of the stage with your back to the, you know what I mean?
Right.
But you're actually facing more people.
That would make sense. Yeah, you're on the lip of the stage. Now, if you turn around and face the center of the spindle,
yes,
now you got the whole audience there, except for, who's right behind you.
There was a guy, when I did the show in Sacramento, that theater does, they do theater, they do, plays in the round. And the guy who runs the theater said to me, the two power spots are the center of the stage, and you're back to an alley, to a an entrance alley. So I figured that, but then the whole other thing is the cameras, because if you keep moving, which is your instinct, you're not getting any cameras as shot at looking at you for very long. But I had 8 cameras all placed around like a gun turret, kind of, and you just keep moving around.
Interlocking fields of fire.
Yeah,
that's what you need.
It's a triangulation of fire. Was it easier or harder to edit like that?
It was weirdly easier because there was always a camera that I was looking at full on, and I could cut constantly without noticing.
Right.
It's like a rotary engine, like a Mazda rotary engines.
Yeah.
Very cool.
The spark plugs catch the cylinder as it goes by. So
I saw Pryor in when he was like 1995 in Westbury, and it was in the round.
Was he spinning?
Yeah, because he was so slow, he couldn't.
Really fast.
Yeah.
That's what they should do. Spin it to the point where the comic is literally hanging on
and screaming.
for fear of flying off into the audience.
They put a plastic piece of clear plastic, and then he was like a subterfuge against the fucking... Did I say that right? I hope so. But
centrifuge?
Yeah, I meant
subterfuge.
Yeah, subterfuge. It was like underhanded.
Yeah.
Cunt I am. So Nicolas Cage, did I use the right word? But he had cards on the floor. And it was kind of hard to see because he couldn't remember. So he had all these cards. And he was kind of spinning slowly. It was really sad to see in the fucking...
What year was that?
95, 96.
Yeah.
Maybe earlier. 94.
Yeah, that's pretty...
Subterfuge.
Drugs.
What about the old TV show there, Louis? When
come back in next year.
Next year?
May of next year.
You just decided,
take a year off.
Nice.
Yeah.
Everyone else does it.
Yeah.
Well,
that's a hard show to do, and all the jobs I do on it. So I kind of was starting. I felt like the last season was good, and the next one would not be. I feel like I'm on the precipice of a bad season.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I thought maybe I could take a year off and spend more time. I'm not taking a whole year off.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend more time making the show. So I just start work earlier. But I had to hit a reset button. Also, the show's, even though the show's not seen by that many, it's still a small show, you know. It's the frenzy about it and the awards and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It wasn't good for the health of the show to me creatively. I needed a year off from that.
Wow, yeah.
In order to keep doing the show right.
That takes balls.
Did you get any flack from the people
They sure
that want
didn't
you
want.
to...
I mean, they're building like a whole thing. The show started kind of a whole comedy thing for them, and then I had lunch with the president of the network. Yeah, he didn't know why. I'm taking him to lunch, and we're both having a great lunch, and I'm like, I'm about to make his face change. It's a weird feeling.
Oh, man.
So here's what I was thinking.
Oh, boy.
And you don't want to leading up to it, and I'm seeing his behind his eyes going, what does this mean? And then so I kind of got. What I'm saying is I need to take a year off. And then I watched him take that, and he's a really, courageous and great guy, John Landgraf. So he did. Okay.
You mean in the show, your character is going to take a year off?
We're doing an episode about taking a year off.
Take a year off. I love it. I love it.
But so I got to do it. Yeah.
You should have waited, like, given him a worst option first.
Yeah.
Like, you know what?
I don't want to do the show anymore.
Yeah, I kind of want to quit and just get out of the business. I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
Well, what? All right, maybe I'll just take a year off. All right, fine.
Also, I had no idea. You don't know with these people. It might have been that he would have said, maybe you shouldn't come back. He might have said, who knows?
They play their hand.
So it was tricky, but they were really supportive about it.
I want to bring it back as a musical like Cop Rock.
Yeah.
And then they go, no, I'll take a year off.
Yeah. And I'll have some ground to make up. People won't care as much, and the network won't care as much. So,
I don't know. I think that'll be a
so.
tremendous, like a triumphant, not triumphant, but like he coming back. Like The Sopranos took over a fucking year every time.
People take years off, and when you do it, it feels like this thing. But then once it's over, it doesn't feel like anything to anybody. Nobody cares anymore.
Right.
It's just television. So it's not like I'm the police department taking a year off. It's just a fucking TV show. We just feel like it'd be amazing. We just feel like we need a little. We're going to do something else for a year. So everybody, just good luck. And
try to be good to each other.
Keep your doors locked. Call the fire department if you really need somebody.
No, they took a year off too.
But and then but now I'm really hungry to get back, and I miss it a lot. So I hadn't felt like that.
Are you writing though during the?
I'm trying not to write at all.
You're trying not to just do anything.
Not even think about it.
As far as the show goes,
it's a thing I've learned to do, is to think like a farmer or something. Like just take. You don't
rip
want the shit out of the ground yet.
But you got to rotate your crops and keep the soil, or you'll have a dust bowl.
But being a creative guy, doesn't something pop in your head? You're like, oh, wow, that'd be a great episode.
If I have a germ of an idea like that, I email it to myself with the heading show idea.
Right.
So I have a bunch of those.
And then just leave it alone.
And then I leave it alone. Gotcha. Don't develop it. And I've just been doing, and then I've been concentrating on the stand-up. It's something I learned about sharks at an aquarium with my kids. Sharks can't stop moving.
Right.
Yeah.
You know why? I only kind of figured that out.
They don't have those moving gill
They don't have moving gills. They can't. They can't push
need
water.
the actual water to go in their mouth and out their gills, so
That's
they got to
right.
keep moving forward.
It would be like if you didn't have lungs that expand and you needed to just walk and have
like
just have air
your
come.
leg motion controlled your diaphragm.
You'd have to bend over and run to get air to come in.
What a horrible design.
Put fucking air in your mouth. Like a scoop. Like a hood scoop.
Sharks suck.
So they were really dumbly designed. So even if they stop moving for a second, they start choking.
Yeah.
Wow, but they need to sleep, just like every neurological thing needs to sleep. So they sleep their brain in sections, in quadrants. They sleep like a quarter of their brain here, a quarter of their brain. There's stuff you can catch. Sometimes you'll see a shark. I've never seen a shark, but you could happen upon a shark who's asleep.
Yeah.
And he's not looking at you. He's only doing motor skills, whatever it is. And then he wakes up.
Would he go right by you if he was sleeping like that? Would he say
I don't know that much about it.
Okay. I just wonder, there's only one follow-up question.
He might.
Let's go. Let's nudge him.
Could you put sleepy shark in the Google? I want to see this video of a sleepy shark.
Okay, so I figured out, I had this idea, okay, if you sleep certain sections of your brain, like you just shut down, because I'm always overworked. Right. So I thought if you have the discipline to not think about certain things, to not use certain, don't do any logistical scheduling stuff for several hours. Don't even think about it. Only think about this thing that you're doing, and then you swap it out. So the show is gone from my head for like this whole several months, and then when it comes back, it'll be very rested. But meanwhile, I've been doing a stand-up special.
Right.
I'm working really hard, but not at the show.
Don't you feel like I'm always afraid if I get an idea and I don't write it immediately, that I'm going to look at it the next day and hate it? Like, I go back over certain ideas and I'm like, oh, you fucking stink. Like, if I don't write it out in that moment, I panic that I won't feel that same emotion for it.
Some stuff is like that, I think. But I don't write properly, like, for stand-up unless I'm on stage. I can't come up with stuff.
Right.
So I avoid thinking about that till I'm going to be on stage.
So you don't want to see my notebook in parentheses where I say funny face.
It would be a stroke of luck if some guy coming up with a new show found Louis' email and all these ideas for Louis' show. This show's great, critically acclaimed.
That would suck. How are the kids, man?
They're great.
Yeah?
They're great. I took them to school this morning, and they're good. We just had spring break, and we had Easter, and I had all their friends over for Easter.
Right.
They're still at the edge with coloring the eggs and everything.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah,
Easter bunny and all that.
You like doing all that stuff?
Yeah, I don't like special occasions. I like daily life.
Right.
That's more important.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't
the
thing with the gifts and the thing, all that. Christmas is really something, but it's stressful. But I like the daily life, Yeah, like I've had girlfriends that didn't. I don't make everything about Valentine's Day and birthdays, but I'm very generous, and give them a lot of stuff.
Just be nice all the time.
Yeah.
Are the kids annoyed at how famous you're getting?
Yeah, because people come up to me when they're with me, and they hate that.
They do.
And
right?
now I'm on buses and shit, and that's weird too. They don't mind that; they think that's funny.
Right.
But yeah.
Do they roll their eyes a
walk
lot?
up to me. Yesterday I was in the car with my daughter, and this guy comes up to my window, knocks the window, and he's a cop. weird, even more. He's not a uniform cop.
Oh, shit.
He's got a gun on his belt. He's got like his jacket on his arm, so he's an undercover cop with a badge and gun on his belt.
Yeah.
And detectives also have a dark way about them.
Yeah.
And he knocks on my window, and I'm like,
Louis
what the
C.K.?
fuck? I don't know what. And I roll that, and he goes, "You're fucking hysterically funny. You're fucking hilarious." And then he looks in the back seat, and goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." But yeah, they get annoyed because nobody has any respect for them when if I'm talking to one of my kids, people walk stand between us, and say, "Can I have a picture with you or something?"
Yeah.
How do you handle that?
I just say, "No."
Oh, Jimmy.
I used to be apologetically no. You know what? No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But now I go, no. Like, why would you ask me?
No.
I'm way meaner than you think.
I saw Louis C.K. today. What a fucking dick.
Yeah, let him say. That's what I just.
People go home like that.
I decided that's okay with me. I decided that's the worst case scenario.
Fucking great.
God, that's
Met
real
him
fame.
once.
Damn.
He's a dick. Really?
Yeah.
Why? I asked for his picture and he didn't give it to me. All right, well, I guess he's a dick.
So what was? No one ever asked. Like, what was the situation?
Yeah.
Well, he was talking with his kids.
Yeah, daughter's crying, and he's putting a Band-Aid on her knee. And I took her leg out of his hands and threw her across the yard and said, "Can I have a picture?"
And you know what the cocksucker said?
No, you can't have a picture.
He's a dick.
Yeah, you never bother someone with their kids. Even I wouldn't do that.
No, and you're a fucking total
Never.
pest.
When they're eating or with their kids.
Yeah.
I don't fault anybody for asking this because they want a thing and they're fans. It's nice of them.
Yeah, not on any level.
But I don't
of
want
course.
to do it, so I just say no.
But I've had problems with girlfriends over the years because if we're at an appearance or something where there's a lot of people that are there for us,
we're going to relate to Louis right now.
In a microcosm
of
an appearance we're doing. We had to actually go to where the fans were.
Right. Microcosm. We had to go petri dish.
Yes, a petri dish. But like girlfriends would get kind of like. I mean, they know that they're there to see you and shit, but they completely ignore them. They'll step with their back and back into them to get.
They'll push them right out
in between you and it's very disrespectful and.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, you're at work. You're literally at a job.
That's true. Yeah.
So they should just
shut the fuck
go
up.
Get a drink in a corner and
deal
wait till
with
you're
it.
done.
Yeah. Hey, bitch, this is my fucking livelihood you're dealing with.
You didn't have to call her names.
All right.
Just tell her.
Well,
tell her that
she probably was.
Stupid.
I think we all need an update on the boat. Will you be boating this summer? I need to know.
So the boat, they got dug out of the pile.
Yeah.
It was heavily damaged. There's a lot of holes in the fiberglass. And it sat on its running gear in a parking lot. The running gear, the propellers are so very carefully honed. It's like a musical instrument. So it just sat on them with all its weight.
It's not supposed to be like that.
So it's going to take some of the warm season to fix it. I mean, I got insurance money, obviously. The boat was only a couple months old when it happened. So it'll be restored to full strength, and then I got to sell it.
Oh, really?
Because I got another one.
Did you? You know what? Guaranteed, it wasn't big enough.
Great.
I got a bigger one.
Of course. You never get a smaller
two boats
boat.
now. I own two boats.
Great.
Yeah.
You should take it out in fucking Amity, Long Island.
What size is the new one?
42 feet.
42?
Yeah.
And you're going to pilot this thing?
That's right. Yeah.
It's a big fucking boat.
That is
a big boat.
42 is a big fucking boat.
It's a trawler. It's easier to manage because it's a trawler, so it sits in the water. It's not it's a displacement boat. It's not a planer. It doesn't plane up on the water.
Right.
So it just plows through things.
Yeah. Does it have a big high fly bridge on it and everything?
Yeah, it's got a fly bridge. It's got a huge tank. I mean, I could take this thing down to probably to Maryland somewhere for one tank of gas. I could take it all the way to an island somewhere.
Yeah.
It would just take a long time. It's slow. It's much slower.
Can you go out into the open ocean with that, though? Is that big enough?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I mean, the open ocean for us land lubbers, we think of it as just this one big, but there's all kinds of areas, and you have to. I could go to Martha's Vineyard or something. I'm going to try this summer.
Okay, that's that good first foray into open water.
Sure, yeah.
That's right.
Like cruising.
It worked out great for fucking JFK.
That's right. That's right.
You're doing great. Taking around the fucking Hudson.
Is it just for pleasure boating, or do you fish or anything?
I don't fish or anything. I just really like being on it, and I figured that where I'll be with the writing of the show. The first 2 weeks of July I have off, so I'm going to take like a floating writers retreat and just live by myself on the boat and go up the river. You can take a boat up the Hudson River to like the Great Lakes and all the way to Canada, and it's called the Great Circle.
You know how jealous I am? That's one thing I want to do.
I think Lewis and Clark proved that.
Yeah. Well, there's like a lock system you can go through.
It's
you get Lake Champlain.
It's like you just discovered it. You know, by the way.
Exactly. It's been known since 1785.
I will go. I will go up the Hudson River. It's something I want to do.
Well, it feels very apocalypse now. Joseph Conrad.
That's great.
Just kind of putt up the river because it's not a thing. It's not like a treacherous ocean journey. It's just moving and then throw an anchor once in a while. Sleep on the boat.
Out.
The boat has full kitchen. It's very
sure it's awesome. Full of all the amenities.
It's got a little motorboat on it that you can take. It's got a tender. Drop it in the water and you can go home.
Yeah.
You won't be scared sleeping on that alone in the middle of the fucking...
What is a sea monster going to come? Creature from the Black Lagoon?
Bandits? I don't know.
Billions of bandits.
Fucking Somali pirates
in
the Hudson.
There's a lot of, who knows? There's a lot of places that'll just tie off and just chill out.
A lot of places throw an anchor and or anchorages.
That's so great.
That sounds great.
Were you always into this nautical thing, or were you just kind of like... You are,
I also like making trouble for myself because I can't afford it. I cannot afford this boat. I bought it outright.
No,
and I'm not the kind. I don't have that kind of money.
That's a lot of money.
If you're to buy a boat, you have to have tens of millions of dollars in the bank. That's who my fellow boaters are.
Yeah,
the guy I'm buying it from, that I bought it from, the new one is like he's a retired CEO of several corporations. And I'm buying his boat, and I'm like, I am a comic. And I had a good year. And I'm in debt. I'm in debt now. Yeah.
You don't buy a boat with how much money you have.
No, it's because you can afford a boat.
Yeah.
You don't buy a boat when you have as much as the boat costs twice. You buy a boat when you have so much fucking money that literally your accountant is like, if you buy a boat, you can save a couple of bucks on your taxes.
Right. You should be able to buy 50 of the boats.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, and you still have an income.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Fucking MC Louie.
It's going to be a fucking true Hollywood story. Louis C.K.
We better promote the HBO fucking special.
Yeah, people, please.
Yeah, I need that money.
It's called Oh My God, premieres April 13th on HBO at 10 o'clock.
Yes.
Holy fuck.
That was something you wanted to do, right? Just you wanted to do a special, so you did it. Like, I mean, like an HBO special was like one of those things that just for you was really important.
Well, I figured I would do another one this year, one way or the other, and I thought I'd put it on my website like the last one, because that worked.
It worked well for you.
Yeah, so I figured I'll just do that again. I knew I was going to do one because I knew I was going to tour this. I had this whole tour.
Yeah.
And then HBO came around, and they said, what are you doing with us? And they said they would make it a big event.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't really want to do it because I have my own way of doing it now, and I own it. And
why would I?
It's better.
They kind of have to match what you could do on your own.
They gave me a lot of money, and they gave me also that I could sell it on my website, just like the other one. So this one's going to be on my website in September.
Jesus.
And it's the same $5, and I'm not, that's my own thing.
How do you feel that everyone else is following your lead now and doing it your way?
No, I'm not as aware of what other people are doing. I don't know how well they're doing at it. I don't know. I don't think it works for everybody.
No, guys like Gaffigan, who has a great fan base, Aziz, there's certain guys that can pull it off.
A few guys have pulled it off.
But
it doesn't work for everybody. It's not the only way to, or even the best way to do it.
No, but it takes a lot of it makes the networks thing. It's a great thing, Dan, because it really makes everybody, that's the next step for every comic eventually, although a lot of us can't do it yet. It's still like the next logical progression, and it makes the networks harder for them to to dictate what you do.
Well, here's the thing is that it doesn't even have to be exclusive to, like Gaffigan's and Aziz's are both on Comedy Central now, I think. Yep. And Netflix, mine is on Netflix now, the one I put on my website. And I was on FX, and it was on and now it's on Netflix, and I'm still selling them. They keep selling, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And that's what HBO was really smart, because I told them I want to put it on my website. That's all mine. And I don't care what you do with the rest of the video money. And they're like, all right. So
did they make you name both the HBO? Like, yeah, okay. How much you need, Louie? Well, let me tell you a story.
Exactly. But it was right because I was in a power position making the deal, so I was able to get a lot and do it exactly the way I wanted to do it.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
But I am happy it's on HBO instead of my website, also because it's on. There's still a lot of people. I don't need everybody to know who I am, but people will stumble on it on HBO. My thing that's on my website, no one's gonna
unless they know you. Yeah,
it's not in the rack that you flip through.
Right,
it's just in its own thing.
Yeah.
So the HBO thing now, it's more promotion and stuff.
How is the camera? Because we were talking about cameras to use, and we didn't use the Red. We used a decent one, but I just couldn't. It was too much more money. But you used it. What did you use?
I used an Alexa on this last.
That's like the best one, right?
That's what they shoot movies on. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Are you happy with how it came out visually?
Yeah, it's the best looking one I've done, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it that much different? Like, I don't notice a lot of that
the
stuff.
look of your taping was great.
I love how it came out, but I mean, I was very happy.
I can't
with
imagine it could look even better than that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, with the Red is a better camera,
Yeah.
and that.
It depends on how you want stuff to look, and also some of it is the age of the thing. The Alexa will age quite a bit. In other words, when there's a new generation of televisions, it'll look really good.
It'll still
the
look
Live
good,
at the Beacon one I actually shot on like 4K, which is like a huge movie, and then we downgraded it to like to HD. But when there are 2K TVs, which are coming in a few years,
you're not going to lose resolution. Right?
Live at the Beacon will look actually better than this one. Because this one, the Alexa, it was smarter not to do 4K. It'll take 10 years for this special to look shitty. the Live at the Beacon will look good for another 20 years.
Wow, man.
Yours will look really shitty in about 5 minutes.
And it sounds shitty already.
I don't know, but when you see the Richard Pryor specials, they don't look shitty.
No, because they're on film.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
But you know what? Carlin's one that I saw that made me want to do it there. That one is in '77. That was shot on some kind of beta, and it's really good.
Is it really?
And Kellner directed that, right? He did all the fucking Rolling Stones stuff.
Yes, he did.
It's
also the lenses, too, because the depth of field makes it look so professional.
Yeah.
When you get that background that's out of focus and the
it makes it
foreground's
look
in
way
focus.
better.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
See, I said extreme close-up all the time. I don't want them to miss one expression.
Tee-hee.
Yeah.
Not one wink.
Cute little mug of yours.
Yeah, not one uncomfortable left eye.
Like when you say something
smattering.
kind of naughty, but then you look like...
Yeah. Like I put my chin down and the eyebrows go up, like you guys know.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's what I'm calling it, actually.
Come on now.
Adorable.
Dot.
You're not going to let me get away with that, are you? Because you know me.
Shit.
I don't know the difference between shoot. We shot it. She shot it in 24p.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the difference. They said it was good for what we were doing, but
It's a frame rate. 24 frames per second is what movies are done in, and 30 is like live television. So 30 looks like kind of glassy and live looking, and 24 looks filmy. It's kind of stuttered.
Yeah, it's hard to describe that, like especially the new frame rate now. What is it, 48?
That's what. Yeah, The Hobbit was shot in like 50 different frame rates, and it's actually bizarre to look at.
Yeah, it looks, and you can describe it like it looks like a soap opera. It's like it's got a soap opera.
Well, like if you
to
go to
it.
Europe and watch some on a PAL TV, like an old movie, you can watch like Citizen Kane on PAL, and it looks like videotape. It looks like
so weird.
You're looking at the people right in front of you.
like 80s porn when that was shot on video.
Yes, that's what it looks like, and it looks bad.
It looks cheap. Yeah,
something
I like
about
it to
it
look
looks-
like film.
Yeah.
You know?
What did I see that was shot? It was an old movie I was watching. The same thing. It was like, how the fuck did this? Why, this looks like newer. Why is it like that?
A lot of TVs come like that, and you got to set the hertz rate on it, or it just looks like fucking shit. It's a great movie.
The technology is going so fast that it's all becoming just piles of versions.
Yeah,
no one knows how to use anything anymore.
Right,
It's a fucking nightmare. Like when you get a new TV now, it's like you get, my cable box also has Netflix and Vimeo and YouTube, and my TV has Netflix. And my Apple TV has they're all
Apple
on
TV,
everything.
my fucking Xbox, everything I have has everything I have.
Yes. It's a fucking mess. Like it's a train wreck. What do you?
Yeah, what am I using it on?
Yeah.
What am I fucking...
It's hard to focus on anything because everything has just got so many different options. You can't focus.
I'm like fucking Netflix. I'm Hulu. I'll check out some Hulu shit. Little Rascals ended up on Hulu. I was watching some of that shit. Fucking hilarious. Hal Roach did not give a fuck about kids. They'd fall off chairs and tables stacked up. This ain't CGI in the 30s.
No.
Kid falls down, cracks his head on the wall, and he's like, it's in the fucking shot. It's there. We're watching it. I love it.
He was feeding them. They probably
exactly. During the
3
Depression,
squares a day.
The parents are like, good, fucking climb up those chairs again. Take 2, Hal. We don't care. We'll make more.
While Stymie was on set, he could drink all the water he wanted from anyone he wanted. That was his gift.
Use the toilet. All right, don't get carried away.
What the hell do I know? Frame rate, you take the picture, you smile. Am I right or wrong, Lou?
You got it right. That's all that matters in life.
It sure is.
After all.
Regular Joe. I hate Regular
I
Joe.
love Regular Joe.
Yeah, Regular Joe just tells it like it is.
You know?
Container of coffee.
What matters? What really matters, Regular Joe?
You know, what the hell matters? Your family, your health, your happiness. You take all the frame rates, Mr. Fancy. What do I know? You give me a container of coffee, I'm on the job, I'm good. Look at you with your big cameras. You give me a Polaroid. Yeah, we look at it right there.
That's great. Regular Joe. I have to get out of here.
Why?
I would love to hang out. I got my
What happened to you?
my trainer.
What? Fuck him.
I can't. I didn't go. I had red eye last night, so I didn't fucking. I gotta go. I know. I don't want to. If you want to hang out, I'll fucking listen on the way home.
Yeah,
I'll let you know how you did.
Is that why you look so good, the trainer?
I'm fucking cranked.
No, he looks so good because of the relative comparisons in the room.
Well, we can break and we'll figure it out.
Ah, that sounds like Opie's leaving too. Yeah.
No, maybe we'll stay.
I have to. I know. It's
Louis C.K., the Oh My God special on HBO, April 13th, 10 o'clock. Fuck.
And gigs, obviously, just go to louisck.net for all the gigs.
All this shit.
Don't you have a lot of press to do today? For real?
I did Howard this morning.
And us? And that's it?
I'm doing Letterman today, too.
Ooh. Yeah. We're in good company.
It's my first time being like a guest on Letterman.
You never done paneling?
No. I mean, panel after a little stand-up.
Right.
But
wow, that's exciting.
Who are you on with?
Rachel Maddow and Flaming Lips. It's kind of actually a good show.
Are you the lead guest? You should be. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the first time doing that.
Fucking watch that.
You nervous?
What?
Are you nervous?
I yelled "fuck you" at his theater in my show.
I saw
I
that.
don't know if he saw it. I don't know.
Fuck
I don't know. Hey, Letterman. I said, "Hey, Letterman."
Hey, Letterman.
Fuck you. And it was on television.
Oh, he knows. Someone showed him.
I don't know.
Yeah. You should ask him first question out of the gate.
Yeah.
Did you see what I yelled?
How'd you feel about what I said about you?
It's a character. It's not like your real name or anything.
Totally character.
No, it is his real name.
No,
no.
At least it's no.
C-I-O, I see.
Yeah, what the hell?
I'm trying to remember. I was listening to you guys were cracking me up. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Damn.
Fuck. You know, I can only listen. I have 2 cars, all right? Whatever.
One to get to each boat.
That's right.
That's right.
And this fucking stupid fucking company that you work for.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. We don't
You didn't
talk
even
like
have to say that we worked for. We knew what you meant.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like you ever listen to Derek and Clive? It's Dudley Moore and Peter Cook.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yep.
So there's this one where Peter Cook says, I wrote to the head of the BBC. I just addressed it, cunt London. The greatest thing. So anyway, I have the first car. You know, when you buy a car, you don't decide what kind of radio you get. Mm-hmm. First of all, these are the same fucking company. It's the same company. It's a merged 2 companies into one company, right?
Yes. I know exactly.
When you buy a car, you don't order the radio. You get a car that was already in the world. I don't think anybody on earth buys a car and then it gets made at the factory and sent to you, unless you're going to wait 6 months. So you buy a car, you give the dealer your specs, he finds an inventory car in the area. So it's arbitrary. It might be a Sirius radio. It might be. I don't know why they're different. Why? It makes no sense that it's 2 different kinds of radios. All right, so you get your car, and the first one I got. It's got whatever. I don't even know what the fuck. Which one are you guys supposed to be on?
I know. What are we?
We're
XM?
on XM, but we're also on the Sirius Best
All right.
package.
So I'm on I'm on the XM radio, and then I want to hear Howard Stern. Mm-hmm. I can't get him, so I call and they go, there's a premium package for the Howard. You have to pay more for Howard Stern. I'm like, but that guy owns half the company. I don't understand why that makes any sense. You merged, and I tell the lady that's ridiculous that I would have to pay more, and that I have to make this phone call.
Yeah,
not just the money, but that I have to fucking go through this to get something that's in the fucking thing. So she goes, "Well, we'll give you a month free."
Oh, boy.
Because you're upset. So a month goes by, and then it shuts off. I'm like, I'm not going to do this every month. So then I buy a second car. Mm-hmm. And I get the car, and it's the other one. And I have Howard Stern, and I can't listen to Opie and Anthony, which I listen to every fucking day. So I call them up, and I go, why? And she goes, because that's extra. I'm like, wait a minute. So they're extra. I have to pay a premium to listen to Opie and Anthony in one car and a premium to listen to Howard in the other car.
How is this not a joke?
And I said to her, I own 2 fucking radios of both services.
Yeah.
Which means I am paying a license fee already, a full license fee for Sirius and a full license fee for XM. You always fucking brag that you can move your subscription from. Why can't you make? I would have to pay 2 premium fees to just listen to everything everywhere. That makes no fucking sense.
None.
And she said to me, their contracts make it. It's in their contracts that.
Ours?
Yes.
No.
She said, the person who answers the phone.
Fuck her.
Said that.
She lied.
We want to be talking to more people.
She said it's in your contract.
We're dying to be across the board. We're begging to be across the board.
I know, of course, I know that.
So many more people.
I know that.
Yeah.
So
we could double our audience.
And by the way, if I pay, so I said to her, so wait a minute, so those guys are getting extra money if I,
oh my God.
So that would mean that you guys would get paid extra if more people sign up for the premium, which of course isn't true.
If they're going to lie about that, I'm going to say this. Everyone that answers the phones at the XM Sirius customer service has molested children. There.
Yeah, you get to say it. You get to just say it.
Sure.
But here's what we just said about cable and how many ways you can get everything.
Yeah.
Every media company has to fight to be to make yourself a fucking pain in the ass to use. Is the dumbest fucking thing. Because I don't pay either premium service, and as soon as my contracts run out on both cars, I'm not going to listen to satellite anymore. I'm just not going to listen.
This isn't 8 channels on the old Zenith television where I have to get up to change it. If something's fucked up, I'll go to something else in a second.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I'll plug in my iPod. I don't give a fuck.
It should be and that's exactly.
You have to make it as easy as possible. Everyone knows that runs
Let
a company.
Jimmy say something.
Yes. Music is good.
All right. Words of wisdom, Lloyd.
Yeah, music is on an iPod. The one thing that fucking keeps people listening to this type of shit is live talk, because you can't put that on your fucking iPod.
And the amount of complaints we get every single day.
It's really dumb.
Our Twitter accounts get complaints all day long.
How long ago did they merge?
Years. We've been in the building 4 years, so at least 4 years ago.
Yeah,
and all those years they couldn't. How do they expect a customer to understand this?
It was a revenue stream that made sense for a while because they were getting extra money, but now it just doesn't make sense anymore.
No, and also, why are they entitled to that extra money if I can't decide which one I use?
Yeah.
I can't decide. It's totally up to somebody else what kind of radio I get. Because they're both, look at that, Sirius XM. Yeah. Is it a Sirius radio? No, it's a Sirius XM. That's what the company is.
It should be a Sirius XM radio.
Well, you have an XM radio. Oh, so can I just, wait a minute, but it's Sirius XM. What the fuck are you doing?
It's a terrible business model. It might make them a few extra dollars, but it enrages customers.
It gets everyone all confused.
And they're never going to see how many people they don't get because they're difficult, or how many people actually allow their subscriptions to lapse for that exact.
No, this is what I always like. When I was in Australia, everybody told me that they watched my show, and I figured they must be getting old versions of it because it doesn't air there. But they were watching the show like the week before because the whole country pirates there. Here, weirdos kind of pirate. There's not that many people that pirate here.
Yeah.
But in Australia, moms and dads pirate video because we're not letting them buy it, because we're keeping it from them. We have shows that have been on the air here for like 3 years, and we won't even give them, if they're given the option, like everybody in the world is like, take my fucking credit card and just let me have the thing and I'll pay. But if you're going to be a pain in the ass, fuck you. I can steal all of it. So the whole country of Australia rips TV. And I learned this, so when I put my Beacon special, one of the big important things to me was that it was globally available right away. And they're happy to buy it, right? So I told FX they should sell my show on my website. And they said that we can't do that because we can't let other countries see it before.
Oh, boy.
And what they're doing, all those companies and this piece of shit fucking company that we're talking on right now, is they're keeping money out. It's a cage. It's keeping money out. It's not keeping it in.
Right.
They think they're keeping money in, but they're keeping it out.
Yeah.
By the way, what you just said, that should be a fucking infomercial for Sirius XM. It's fucking enraging how they don't see that.
Why would they do it that way? It makes no sense.
So you know how long companies are doing business the same way before you decided to put something on your site and do it differently. It's like nobody wants to do anything differently until someone does it, and then everyone goes, oh, that's
Imagine having to buy a different TV for Fox News, Fox FX.
No.
No, you got to buy a different TV that gets that. And then you got to pay a premium.
The way radio and TV got so big was that there was nothing you had to do.
Right.
You didn't have to
Simple.
pay for it. You watch. You didn't even know you were paying. You're paying for it by watching advertising.
Right.
You didn't even realize that you were paying their bills.
Your time.
That you're doing them a favor by watching the shit.
Yeah.
The feeling was that you just click it on, and there's all this amazing shit. Your favorite music.
It's amazing.
Your favorite stars, great stories, movies that were just out. It was amazing.
It's magic.
Free was free. It really felt that way.
Yeah.
But now with the internet and with all this stuff and this shit and this subscription shit, they're like, well, we need you to give us this, and you can only have this part, and then you can only do that. It's
Like,
just
well, I'll get free. I'm going to go find free. Thank you.
And it's absolutely right. They should make it fucking easier. And their thing is, well, from a paid service, you get unlimited content and no commercials. Okay, fine. But still don't make it difficult once you're inside that area. You should be able... I don't have us on my car radio. I am not listening to someone on my car radio.
I don't either.
That's amazing.
Because my car came with a Sirius radio, so I didn't want to bother with the shit, and I could probably make a couple calls and get a VIP account. I just didn't want to.
Who needs it?
I just
and
didn't
also,
want to.
I'm a regular person. I'm like, this is not, I don't know. I seriously recommend everybody that can hear my voice shut off the system that is letting you hear it.
We hear this shit every fucking day from our listeners. And then the listeners that are hardcore and they understand that they need to pay for the service to keep us alive, they get so frustrated and go, look, I tried, but I'm just going to get it for free somewhere.
And it's offset by the people who are paying for the other one.
Right.
That's the thing that's crazy about it. Once I had 2 cars, I'm like, wait a minute, but I'm paying to have both.
You nailed it, because I have an XM radio in my house, but there's Sirius channels I kind of like now, and I go, oh, that's right, I can't listen to them in the fucking house.
Football. What the fuck?
Right. You're so right.
No, have everything, and that's how you're a real competition to radio.
Make it fucking easy as possible. That's the first rule of business.
No, all companies that do I had a gym membership downtown at a place called the Printing House Gym, and it was fun.
How'd that work out for you?
It's a nice, quiet gym, like nobody ever went there.
Should go to David Barton's.
So one day they said it's going to be Equinox. That we're turning into an Equinox in 2 months. And I said, what do I have to do if I don't, because I was moving. I said, do I have to do anything because I don't want to be an Equinox? And they said, no, just don't sign up. You have to sign up. It's double the fees, all this stuff, but you have to sign up if you want to keep coming. You have to rejoin. So I said, fuck it. And I left. And then a year later, I look at my credit card statement for the first time in a year. And I've been paying Equinox, who I never signed anything. I've never been a member of Equinox. I've been paying Equinox a membership fee that was double my fucking other gym fee for a year. And I talk to my accountant, and he goes, they do this all the time, and it'll cost, it's $1,000. The $1,200 they owed me. But go try to get it, it'll cost you more. And they know that, right?
Yes.
So then there's an Equinox near my new apartment. So I thought, you know what? I call Equinox, and I go, listen, you stole a great person. I'll fucking sue you. Or give me a year free at Equinox gyms. And then I'll keep going after that. And then you have me as a customer. You earned your $1,200. Otherwise, I'm going to take it out of your ass at my own cost. So they say, we'll give you 2 months free. I'm like, that's what you get to sign up for a fucking gym anyway. So I fought them, and finally I said, I relented. They said 3 months free. And I said, okay, I'll do it. So I sign up, and then I go to the gym that's near me, and they go, well, you can't go to this one. You can only go to the one downtown. What? So then I remember saying to some young woman at the gym, I said, you need to know that I'm really controlling myself, but I want to be screaming right now. So go get me somebody that I can get mad at. I was saying to her, I'm like, do you hear my voice shaking right now? I've been so fucked with, and I'm so mad.
That seems like a psychopath, by the way. Yeah. That's
so
worse
like,
than the yelling guy.
Okay, son, I will go get the manager. So the manager comes, and he goes, no, you can't go to any other Equinoxes. So I finally, somehow I get to a CEO of the company after like 2 months.
Yeah.
And I get a call from a woman saying, I'm customer relations. I get this message. You're going to be very happy with what I'm going to tell you. So I call her up, and she says, we'll give you 6 months free. And I said, I'm not doing it. And she says, well, then I'm authorized to give you back your $1,200. And I said, wait a minute. Here's your choices. Keep the $1,200. Let me go free for a year, and then I'll be a customer for like maybe 10 years. or you're just going to give me back the $1,200? Like, do you see how you're losing? Does that make any sense? She goes, that's all I'm willing to do. Stupid.
Wow. What fucking
gave me back the money.
suckers.
Just dumb.
That is dumb.
Dumb.
How do you not attack them on Twitter? I mean, that's over.
That's what I was threatening to, but I don't.
I love doing that.
I feel as weird. That's scary to me.
But you know what? You're voicing what a lot of people can't voice. That because everyone, if they're fucking with a guy on your level, this shit company doing this, they fuck with everybody, and they're used to no consequences. They're used to nobody being able to talk to 2 million people and go, these people suck. But man, when their phones start ringing. Then they go, oh, there's a consequence for shitting on people individually. It's a really
that's why I get angry. Like, I could fix my XM Sirius problem by talking to somebody here. They gave me one of these things today. I'm not even gonna fucking use it. I got nothing to do with it. It's a year free subscription I just ripped into pieces.
Because I should an envelope, and you still have to do something.
I shouldn't have
this
that,
number,
but I shouldn't need that in order to get good service.
They should just say,
as a human being in America, I should have better service.
They should have just said, what's your ID number, and we'll take care of everything. Yeah. Not give you an envelope with more instructions.
No.
Why can't you go to different Equinoxes? That's going to annoy me all day.
No, I will have nothing to do with them anymore.
That's fucking enraging. What a dumb company.
Because they probably have something where you pay $20 extra a month, then you could go to more.
But I had been fucking stolen from, which they acknowledged because they gave the money back.
Right.
Which means they acknowledged that was ill-gotten goods.
What fucking pricks?
But this is how.
And I was offering them a solution that, like, go ahead and you stole the money, but why not?
But that to me is a better way than I would ever handle it. Like, just to actually just to have the wherewithal to go, you know what, fuck it, I will take 3 months. Let me just work out. Like, that's the most reasonable thing I can think of. You just wanted to go to different gyms, and these cocks, they won't bend. They won't bend.
Yeah.
Fuck
well, you learn that kind
anyway.
of shit from directing and stuff, because you have problems you have to resolve, and sometimes people fuck you, and you have one choice: you could get all your anger out and be stuck with the problem.
Yeah.
Or you calmly say to somebody, this is totally counter to what I'm renovating this house, and this guy did something completely wrong. So I tell him none of this is what I wanted. And I hear him get confrontational. It's what you asked for.
Hey.
I'm certain that's not what I asked for.
Yeah.
This is what I wanted. Well, I'm not, I don't do that. And I said, let's just tell me how it gets fixed. Forget who pays for it. Just tell me what you would do now as a solution.
Right. Yeah.
To fix it. Well, I'd have to change this and that and this and that. Okay, what else? And then he tells me the whole thing, and I go, that sounds good. Let's talk later about who's going to pay for it. We don't have to talk about that now. Let's make that happen. You and me will have a talk about what should happen. And then he got off the phone, and he had a couple of days, and he called me and said, I'll share the cost of the replacement. You know what I mean?
Wow, look at you.
When you're in a confrontation with somebody, you tell them your side of it, and then don't try to fix it right then. You just say, let's go off, you and me, and think about
where
it.
were you when I was destroying every relationship I've ever been in? It's fucking amazing. But that's fucking why you get things done. It's this fucking great way of just handling a problem and not getting even emotional.
Well, because if you need it to get fixed right in front of you, if you need that immediate gratification, you both have it, and neither is going to back down.
Yeah.
You know what the hell, Louie? On a job site, that happens all the time. Everybody's yelling and screaming. Blow the whistle. I'm home. Give me my lunch pail. The hell do I need?
Once the whistle blows, we're all men again.
Yeah, we're all men again. You buy me a Pabst, I'll buy you a Schlitz. That's all we need. Schlitz. I don't drink. I quit in '87. I can't improv liquor.
All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, I got to get out of here.
Louis, it was great seeing you, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Louis C.K., oh my God, premieres April 13th at 10 p.m. on HBO.
We don't stay this late for nobody.
We could have hung on Louis for 10 more minutes, because my show I'm not going to do today.
Oh, fuck.
No, I don't care. It's fine. This was more fun. I'll do it tomorrow, Friday, or whatever. Sam.
Whatever you want to do.
What the hell?
You know,
you blow the whistle, I listen.
Do it on Friday. I'm not here on Friday.
Okay, I'll do it on Friday.
Oh, Sam, is that okay?
Sammy.
It's better for me Friday anyway.
And also a big thank you to the WWE for bringing Fandango
Friday,
over today.
Eric and I will be at WrestleMania Radio Row. So.
And you guys will be like doing some phoners and stuff, or getting some guests for us?
You have the ability to patch in. I think Punk's going to be there, so maybe when Punk comes on, you guys can
that would roll.
I bet they won't make it happen.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Oh, the company?
Yeah. Something will fall through. Well, we couldn't get transportation
to Jersey.
Could we get a copy of Louis bitching about the company? I want to send it right to Scott Greenstein. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it was a lot. Yeah. I mean, when we bitch, we sound like complete lunatics. He had logic there. I want to put that on his desk.
Take care, man. Drive safe.
Louis. All right, Louis. We'll see you next time. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hey, drive safe. I want to say Caroline's April 11 through 14. I will be there with bells on.
He just slipped right. Joe became Jim, just like that.
Well, I'll tell you why. No. I didn't know if you'd hit it without knowing. Opie had both hands over the button, so I'm like, he might not think I'm doing that. So I wanted to Jim plug real quick, April 11 through 14, and then of course Louis.